Hi, today I want to talk about what's happening this Saturday. It's not about the 9th anniversary of 9/11, but the burning of the Quran in Florida. First of all, I think this is completely immoral and unethical, and not to mention illegal, if the way I think about it. First of all, this is the United States of America. We have freedom of religion in this country. Just because one religion is dominant over any other does not make it right. It's just the religion we believe in. We have the right to believe in what we want and where to practice it without fearing other people or being prosecuted for that belief. And the second thing I want to talk about is that people believe Islam is a terrorism religion. That is completely false. It is not. Islam is not about terrorism. In fact, it's much like Christianity and Judaism, the Jewish faith. I can't say that word for the life of me. I don't know why. But anyway, they believe in one God, like Christians and Jews do, and they actually do believe in Jesus and Moses. They believe that they are indeed prophets from God. They recognize that they existed, and they are from God, that they are indeed prophets. But they believe that Muhammad, I guess you can, lack of a better term, you can call him the main prophet, was God's final revelation. And in 1610, Muhammad was given revelations from God, and Muhammad wrote them down in what is known as the Quran. And this happened for about 20 years, from 610 AD to 630 AD. And basically the Quran is, in a lot of ways, like the Bible. It takes God's word and tells us how we should live, and talks about faith and then the religion, and how to get into heaven, so to speak. And just because many terrorists are linked to Islam does not mean that Islam itself is involved with terrorism. In fact, the Islamic faith has gone on record saying they do not. They have denounced terrorism as part of their religion, that the terrorists are not truly Islam. But I think the reason why we tend to label Islam as being part of terrorism is the fact that a lot of terrorist organizations, and the more bigger ones, take place in the Middle East. And if you look at this map right here, actually, the blue area, concentrated in northern Africa and the Mideast, you can see that is where Islamic faith is practiced, and that's where most terrorist organizations are from. So that's why we tend to connect Islam to terrorism, when in fact they are not. In fact, they are not connected, even though some of the terrorists do practice Islam as their faith. But there are other acts of terrorism around the world that other people practice, that people practice Christianity as their religion, or Jew, like every religion on the planet. Everybody who has been a terrorist in this world has been linked to almost any religion. That goes for not only Islam but Christianity, the Jews, Hinduism, Buddhism, mysticism, and so on and so forth. Just because a lot of terrorists believe in Islam does not mean Islam is a terrorist organization. Some people believe Islam is the worship of the devil, when in fact it's not. It's, in many ways, it's like Christianity, only they believe in Muhammad as Christians believe in Jesus, or as the Jews believe in Moses. So, of burning the Quran this Saturday, I think would be very, very foolish and very idiotic, and it would cause probably riots around the world, and the Islamic faith would be very, very disgruntled and very angry if this goes through. And it should not go through, because we may not have a full understanding of what Islam is, but Islam is not connected to terrorism. If you connect a religion to such bad things, I mean, it's pretty much like in World War II, or prior to World War II, that the German people, the Nazi Party, believed that Germans were the cause of all the suffering and the bad things happening in Germany prior after World War One. So before World War II and during World War II, that the Nazi Party would round up Jews and put them in concentration camps, which we now call the Holocaust. Now, we cannot label a religion as bad because of what a few of them do or not do, and that is very immoral. And I'm not saying we're going to have a Holocaust situation, but labeling one religion bad because of what some of their followers believe in does not mean that Islam or any other religion is connected to terrorism. Terrorism is a choice by the individual and what they do in this world. Religion has nothing to do with it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And the same thing goes for the mosque trying to be built in New York City. Is it bad that it's being built? No, but the fact that it's being built near Ground Zero, I can understand why it offends some people. But you gotta understand, there's a freedom of religion in this country, and just because terrorism is linked to Islam does not mean that Islam is a terrorist religion. It's not. It's just some people of that group of Islam are terrorists because of their own choice, not because the religion says so.